little football playoff thing we got going on. I'm gonna be selfish right now. I'm not gonna lie. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, let me stop being rude. Second off, let me put the cap on. Okay, that's right. Right now, this morning, 9:04 a.m., January 18th, 2026. I'm wearing my Eagles cap because you can't tell me nothing. And I know we're out of the playoffs, and I know we got bumped off by the raggedy 49ers that made us raggedier, raggedier. There you go, raggedier. I'm still gonna talk my shit. So it wasn't good for us, but oh my God, yesterday was some good NFL football. And I'm talking about this like WWE because it's all entertainment to me. But if the NFL guys are scripting, the scripts were scripting yesterday, right? So first, first and foremost, and it's part of my voice, we'll go through this. We had the game of all games. I'm not gonna lie, a nice 30-33 Denver Broncos victory over the Buffalo Bills. Over the Bills. Yo, by the way, I woke up this morning and last night I go to sleep. I go into sleep late. You know what I mean? Oh, they're not gonna let me show. They're not gonna let me show the screen. They're blocking the screen. They're blocking the screen. That's nuts. I love the technology though. Can we do images? Or is that a no? Oh man, is the AI in? Are we even allowed to show this? Are we allowed to see this? Hey, if you're in the chat and I can't see. Hold on, let me go to. I'm new at this. I'm new at this, guys. So forgive me. I'm relatively new at just hitting live on the phone. But I'm not gonna lie, I like it. But I may not be liking it right now. So let's see what we got going here. Let me check it out for myself. Okay, so you guys can see this. All right. So we watched the game of all games yesterday with Denver, and I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Denver to win this game. First of all, because just for something as simple as I love those orange uniforms. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I love those orange uniforms. I like when they wear the throwbacks. It reminds me to those reminds me of those John Elway, Steve Atwater days. Good days, good days. Go Birds though. First and foremost, don't get it effed up. All right, so we see the Denver Broncos, who, when I was watching yesterday, I was like, wow, like we don't usually get to watch Denver Bronco games. I've seen a lot of Bills games this year, like out just observationally. They've had a lot of games that I have seen this year, even though I do not live in that market and I don't subscribe to every effing football channel out there. I don't. But when I can catch games, I catch games. And if I can find, maybe like less expensive options to watch games when I need to, I can do that, you know? Anyway, so I was definitely rooting for Denver to beat the Bills because I am a Josh Allen hater. Okay. Josh Allen, I despise. And I really don't. Obviously he's a good football player and everything like that. But I've always, in my heart of hearts, felt that he was overrated. Now, wifey be like, "Oh, you don't like Josh Allen because you like Haley Steinfeld," and I was like, "Whoa, woman, hold on. I do like Haley Steinfeld as an actress. When I saw her in True Grit, I knew. I was like, damn. I was like, she's nice. She's nice with her. You know what I mean? But in Sinners, looking at her do that, I was like, oh, she's just acting. She's just acting. But that's like a little tot to me. So let's not go there. Really, I don't like Josh Allen because I am an Eagles fan, and you know all the hate that Jalen Hurts gets, and I know it's kind of irrational, but just seeing Jalen Hurts get all of this backlash, I'm gonna break some shit down to you this morning. I'm gonna just open your eyes to some things out there, football fans. I'm gonna just open your eyes just to a couple of beautiful things. Let me have my little talk right now. Let me have my villain dialogue, if you will. First of all, I woke up early this morning to find out that Bo Nix had a fractured ankle, or that's what that was going to sleep last night. Fractured ankle. But I wake up this morning and find out people are saying that he fractured his ankle celebrating in the locker room, which is a big fail. It's unfortunate. Because come on, you're gonna want to celebrate. That was a big game. You beat Josh Allen. It seems to be Josh Allen is set up to be the NFL's wonder boy out there, and you just knocked him off. And now they gotta now people have to pay attention to Bo a little bit more. You kind of got to put him in a conversation because this was a huge game, and he played superbly. I might add. And the Broncos look like a nice, well-oiled machine. And really, I wasn't giving the Broncos a second, even though, hold on, the Broncos beat the hell out of the Eagles. But I kind of like brushed that off because really the Eagles beat themselves. Obviously, I'm looking at these guys in the playoffs right now. I'm like, damn, we could have hot knife through butter if everybody was on the same page in that locker room. If Kevin Patullo wasn't in over his head, per reports. All right, let's keep it about the playoffs. Let's not make it about the Eagles three times. Let's not do that. This is about the Denver. This is about the Denver Broncos right now. And don't get me twisted. You stay right here because we're definitely going to get into the Seahawks 49ers. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you something simple, because really my whole intentions in this talks are that I'm having with you this morning is I'm being selfish because I'm tired of the Jalen Hurts hate. That's all I'm saying. And we're finding out things. Like I said, Kevin Patullo didn't even know what he was doing is in over his head. This is Jalen Hurts, what, fifth offensive coordinator in so many years. And that's a lot on a quarterback. And he gets a lot of guff because, he just wants to win. He doesn't care if he has 300 yards passing or 8 touchdowns. He does not care. He will win anytime, any way he can win. The main thing is the main thing to him, and the main thing to him is winning, right? Can we do we all respect that? Is he crazy for just wanting to win? Does he like not caring to pad his stats or anything, just doing it like quote unquote the right way, just being a winner? And he's always talked to us. He's not first of all, the number one thing you want in a quarterback is a quarterback that wants to win, that wants to sacrifice for a team. The quarterback has to be a leader. That's what the leader does. I was just watching Predator Badlands, and one of the main things in Predator Badlands, if you watched along, a small slight spoiler is that the the android or synthetic that is being carried on the predator's back in these badlands, it talks to him about the wolf and the difference between the predator clans that just kill to dominate, and that's all they care about is just is dominating and predatoring people. And she was like, you know what, you're more like a wolf. Your brother that saved your life was more like a wolf too. He wasn't like your evil father who just wanted to be a predator and kill people. A wolf, and he the predator was like, what do you mean a wolf? A wolf's badass. He kills everything. She was like, no, the wolf doesn't. The reason why it's the alpha wolf isn't because he kills everything. It's because he does the right thing to protect the pack. And it doesn't mean killing everything all the time. The alpha wolf does what it has to do to protect the pack. This right. You're seeing Broncos, Buffalo Bills on the screen. On the screen, you're seeing it. You're seeing it on the screen. But we're having a Jalen Hurts conversation. He's an alpha wolf. Take it from me. I didn't want him. I didn't want him to be like that. I side eyed him. And then that Super Bowl year going in there, I was like, yo, I get it. I understand. I was a little slow. He was doing the right thing all the time. He's an alpha wolf because he just wants to win. And Josh Allen is getting these slings and arrows from me, not because he necessarily deserves it. It's just because I feel that he's undeserving of being just talked about in that top three, number one top quarterback, pound for pound top quarterback NFL position. You know what I mean? Like I see enough Buffalo Bill games to realize that he's not the number one. And this game, when he was to my delight, every time he dropped that ball, to my delight. Every time the boys upstairs tried to give him an extra chance and he just blew that. Ta ta ta. He blows it in big games. He blew it in a big game. Stop. You know the Josh Allen top quarterback. That shit stops. Yesterday. He was crying. Was he crying? We got videos of him crying. Is that what we're gonna do to him? I don't care. He needs to cry. Let's do it. Hold on. Oh, I turned off. Hold on, guys. It's just a small production error. That's what we're having right now. Let me unplug the fan because I don't want you guys to hear the fan. Let me turn on the speakers because I want you. Oh, you can't hear them. Man. You know what? We're gonna see if he can hear it though. It doesn't matter. You don't need sound. We're going through the phone. But that's him crying. Oh, there. Yep. Oh wow, like he's puffy faced crying right now. He's got his face is puffy crying. Like he was like like that ain't no I'm just sad. Like look at his face. It's puffy. That was hard crying. That's funeral type crying. That's birth of your first child. I can't believe I brought a child into this crazy, violent, sick, sadistic world, but I love this person. So I'm going to protect the will of my life. That type of crying. That was boo-hooing. That was from the soul. Whether this NFL thing is, maybe there may be some predetermined outcomes and sometimes just like in regular things it just doesn't happen that way all the time. I don't know, but if we're talking about these sports as if they're just real, as if they're real, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan. I'm a big, like, I watch movies all the time and I like fantasy movies and video games. I know it's not real, but it still entertains me. This football stuff still entertains me if we're talking about this in this light. Now if you guys are purists and be like, oh, it's real and whatever, everything like that, respect. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna respect the game. All right, but he's crying real tears. You know what I mean? And it makes me believe, like, yo, like he blew the script and he's gonna be hurting for a long time because he wasn't able to perform. He didn't do it. It didn't produce the outcome that the league specifically needed him to produce. I think personally, this shit is great for football. It's real and authentic. I like that he's puffy crying right now. I really don't have I think Josh Allen honestly is going to get one. I think he's going to get it together. I think he's going to but I think it's an attitude he's going to need to develop to get it. I think he's just like, it's like a pain, like a window, like a, the kids break through, and in football they break through that little paper banner or whatever. He's got like a thin paper banner in front of him mentally, I believe. And once he breaks through that, he's going to be fine. He's going to be winning. It's not going to wear those losses aren't going to produce this puffy tear crying. Like that's a lot of stress he had on him. I think in a pregame yesterday they were saying that, I can't remember if it was like Ryan Clark. No. It was Nate. Nate Burleson said in pregame that this game it's going to be a stressor for him. You know what I mean? And it's going to be how he's like is either going to be, the pressure is either going to be like propel him or it's going to crush him. And I think the pressure crushed him right now. And I think Josh Allen is going to get it, but I think he might have a little gray in his beard when it finally happens. When it finally happens for him. You know what I mean? Because the league's going to have to kind of move on from him because he does these in big game situations constantly, just observationally. I don't have any stats up of how many games he's lost, but I've watched like I've watched him just mishandle the ball in big time game situations over and over again, and that's crazy. So now he's puffy face crying. Look, looking at it, you can't. Oh wow, he's just self incriminating himself. That's what he's doing now. He's dry snitching. Don't tell on yourself, Josh. Let ESPN do it. Let the NFL Network do it. Let Stephen A. Smith do it. Like I feel bad for him though. Now that because I don't like that because I don't like it. But it's a game. Someone's got to lose. Someone's got to lose in this game, and I think he'll be back. The team will get better, but I mean you can't do it. Like he's right. You can't win with 5 turnovers. The fact that they were still in that game tells you how good that team is. That Buffalo Bills. The fact it tells you how good the Bills is, but it also tells you how kind of sour the Denver Broncos were as well. 5 turnovers, 5 turnovers. Yeah, 5 turnovers, and you got to go to overtime, Denver. Come on. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Am I wrong? Like it was a good, thrilling game for me because I am a hater. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting and I am the Grinch right now because my team is not in these playoffs. You feel bad for him, Kato? Kato, if he dies, he dies. Ivan Drago style. Yeah, I feel bad for him too. But did you watch those games? It was good, right? Those games were those were some great games. They were good to watch, little drama. Like, I mean, the San Francisco game, the Seahawks game was a blowout, but it was such like a thrashing that it was still entertaining to watch. Like, I don't like blowouts. Like, I prefer a 30-33 game, like we saw with the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills, especially when it's not my team involved. That's what I like. But even the 49ers Seahawks game was good. Even that one-sided shellacking of Brock Purdy who gets his flowers but shouldn't. He gets his flowers, but he really should not. Because really, I'm tired of people hating on Jalen Hurts. And I think they should look at Josh Allen and see what happened in this game where it was set for him to win, where all the pieces were set for him to win, when he's on the sideline fist bumping Peyton Manning. Like, you're going to get it done. Yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, you did not get it done. You did not get it done yesterday. Sorry. That's what we're going to say. Sorry. Now he's puffy face crying. Now he is puffy face crying. He's like, oh man, that's a mansion, bro. That's 3 mansions. He could have been a senator. He just lost that. Losing this game cost him a lot. It cost him some money. It cost him a lot of credibility. It cost him the prestige. It cost him his top QB #1 spot. Losing that game did that. He lost that game. His team still put him in a position to win at the end, and he couldn't do it. And he could not do it. Yo, and then when they said that Bo Nix's ankle was scratched up. The first thing I thought was like, oh man, the NFL Mafia got him because he went off script. So they just did a Tanya Harding on him because I like drama and everything like that, and I have a imaginative mind. You know, I got a great imagination. But this man fractured his ankle. Get well soon. And they said this morning we find that it happened with him celebrating. And I believe there's a video of it. Now they're showing that he appears to be on the sideline. He appears to be injured though, so we don't know. But there was reports. I heard on NF the on I think Instagram or somewhere. Somebody said he was he heard it celebrating. That's They're saying there's a doctor that's going out saying that he injured it on and showing that play I just showed you. They're saying that's how he injured his leg. I All right. So we'll say he injured himself on the field. Not That was bad news, guys. That was bad news for right now. Until I see something further, I'm gonna go with he just lost it. He got hurt on the field, but he got the win. And now the Broncos. My first and foremost, nobody. I don't believe the AFC. No one in the AFC can actually win is going to win the Super Bowl. I think the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl. Whoever comes out of NFC is going to win the Super Bowl. And after watching Seattle beat the 49ers yesterday, I'm going to have to say it's going to be Seattle. They look good. Today, we're going to get a look at the Texans and the Patriots, and then we're going to get a look at the Rams and whoever the hell the Rams are playing. Who are the Rams playing today? The Bears. Oh, man. Actually, that might be a good one because, we might see some surprises there as well. 'Cause the Bears aren't any slouches. So, but we'll see. We will see. Now, that's right. I'm still caping for Jalen Hurts right now. I am caping for Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you what. You see that score, 41-6? I'm going to show you something real quick. Because Sam Darnold had, look at this. Look at my cursor going around this right here. Sam Darnold had Jalen Hurts types numbers yesterday. Sam Darnold had 124 yards passing in a tub yesterday. Kenneth Walker had 19 carries, 116 yards, and three tubbies yesterday. The defense was getting picks, getting to Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was running for his life. His offensive linemen looked like they were playing on roller skates. San Francisco just came in there. First of all, they're 13-6, which tells me there was something maybe with their scheduling this year that made them look a little bit better than they actually were. I would have loved to see maybe a Tampa Bay versus Seahawks instead of the 49ers. An Eagles Seahawks game would have been good, even though I don't know. For some reason, we had a fluky Duke season. We just did. I think we had the personnel. I think we had the talent. I think we had the talent coming off the bench to replace whatever injuries we were having. Obviously, there's some things we're going to have to do. Uh, with the team and everything, I think offensive line, we need a little bit more shoring up there. But yeah, I think we have the best team in the NFL even today. They're sitting on the couch and they're still the best team in the NFL. I think the Eagles beat San Francisco 49ers. No, they don't, because they lost the week before and the 49ers put them out. But I think the 49ers have nothing to be worried about. Honestly, I would give the 49ers the same speech that the beautiful lady reporter in Jacksonville had for their head coach, telling them, yo, you had a great season. It was a wonderful season for them. They were depleted. They played with a lot of heart. I think Brock Purdy plays above his weight all the time. I give him that. I don't think he's one of the ones though. I think he is. In my opinion, don't be mad. I think he does. Whatever. I'm not going to say anything bad about him right now today because I mean they beat my team, and I got to be kind of gracious, I guess, with defeat. But I'm going to say this: Sam Darnold went 12 for 17. You know, 124 yards in a tub, and they won the game. And he's not going to get a lot of praise, but guess what? He's on the field. He's healthy. He's not puffy crying like Josh Allen right now. He's not doing that. And his team looked like monsters yesterday, and they look like they're ready to win it all. If you guys think that after seeing last night that the Seahawks, look, obviously the Seahawks were going to beat the 49ers, okay? But 41-6, the Eagles would have, if the Eagles could have beat the 49ers, it would have been like by 3 points, 4 points, because they let teams hang around. They played down to their competition sometimes. A lot of the times they played down to their competition. But Seahawks did what a championship team does. They had opportunities, they had mismatches, they took advantage of those San Francisco injuries. They played very physical, extremely physical with the 49ers. They pushed them around, they little broed them. They gave them swirlies and wedgies and stuff like that. And then they came out with a 41-6 win. And it was a great game. Even with the one-sidedness, it was just a clinic just to watch them go down the field. And when the offense stalled a little bit, to see the defense just pick it up and keep everything in motion. And it was a pleasure to watch Kenneth Walker run. Like, you got to keep eyes on Kenneth Walker the third. And it was and look, we're looking at listen, when I'm looking at Cooper Cups right now, just it's amazing to me that Cooper Cup only had those 60 yards. Because Cooper Cup was all over that field yesterday, coming up with big catches. The resurgence of. He was like, I am not done. I don't care about the scoring summary, but 41 points was like, oh, a lot of scoring, a lot of effing scoring. These team stats matter nothing either because it was a 41-6 game. Sometimes the numbers don't lie, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. No, sometimes you don't care about the numbers, except for the win column and the actual final score. Final score is 641. Sam Darnold yet again played like a superstar yesterday, and he didn't have to have 500 yards passing. Like, do you guys notice that from year to year, the trends in the NFL change of what is required to win? Like, this year, to me, it seemed like if you got a pretty good defense and your offense can get you 24 points, you're going to come up and win the game more than likely. And that's just an observation. I mean, you guys can go back through the stats and be like, oh, it's like, but it's around like 24 points. That's all you need to win in the NFL this year. Other years, like I remember when the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, 2018 season, like I was like, damn, like you're gonna have to drop 30, 33 on teams. And then the year after that was kind of like the same. But this year it doesn't seem like you need to score. It just seems like you got to keep the other team from scoring. And I know it seems like, duh, obviously defense, if you keep the team from scoring and you score a couple points, you're gonna win. But that's what it just seems like this year. And and when it's things like that, when it's low scoring, it changes the complexion of the game. You know, like like they talk about explosive plays, and you're thinking about, yeah, explosive play might be like, oh, this guy gets a screen and takes it 60 yards down the field, or this guy, runs a post and one hand grabs it for a 46-yard clip. Those explosive plays, or they had a double flea flicker, end around, slot option, whatever, some shit like that, and you're like, oh, that's an explosive play. You know what an explosive play also is in the NFL is? A pass interference. That is an extremely explosive play. A roughing the passer. Explosive. Y'all think explosive game like pow, like oh big catch, crowd going crazy. Like yo, explosive is a play that blows the effing game up. And explosions change the complexion of a game. So no, you and you know what? I am a proponent of this. Let me know if you agree with me. On pass interference, and this is for fantasy football's sake, but this is also fairness. On a pass interference, I believe that the wide receiver and the quarterback should get those yards. Let me know if you agree with me. Maybe I got to put a poll out. There's the poll. Should a quarterback and wide receiver, or running back, or whoever is involved in the play, like whoever the play is going to, the cornerback commits pass interference on Devonta Smith. Should I'm saying Devonta Smith should get those yards, and Jalen Hurts should get those yards. He should get those as passing yards, and Devonta Smith should get those as receiving yards. That's what I'm saying. Let me know if you agree with me in this poll. Let me know. Let me know. All right, but there you go. Sam Darnold, 12 for 17, 124 yards, one touchdown. Not looking like a crazy superior quarterback, but yo, Jalen Hurts basically gave y'all the blueprint. You don't need all of those flashy stats to win. Y'all and it shows that a lot of you guys have been just distracted by flashy numbers. You look up at Josh Allen throwing for 400 yards, and that's great. He's getting passing yards, but he ain't got no hardware. Maybe that should be the next poll. What's more important, passing yards or wins? That's why I never get the Tim Tebow thing, because Tim Tebow came at the perfect time of like Moneyball and everything like that. And those are, statistics. And bro, he's out on that field. And every time he's out on that field, y'all are winning. At least let him out there. Let him out there so you can get some wins. But maybe it's not all about wins in the NFL. Maybe it's just about optics, and maybe it's about selling jerseys, and maybe you can be the Cowboys and still be relevant and talked about when you haven't won in decades. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, like, yeah, look at that. It's not, and you know what? I should take it off and just be honest, because Josh Allen is catching strays from me, and I don't feel good about it. It doesn't. It hurts my heart that I'm doing this, and also Cotto feels bad for him. So now I'm feeling bad for him. You know, I am feeling bad for him now. It's not his fault. But it is the media's fault. Y'all got these kids out here trying to throw top 500 yards Tom Brady numbers, and only thing they need to do is look off a corner, pick up 6 yards here, be accurate with your passes. So they have to challenge you as a passer, so you can hand the ball off to your running back who can get big yards. Put your team in good positions. Don't try to be a maverick and throw into between tight coverages. Throw the ball out of bounds. I know it's boring, but play a little field position game. Let your kicker do the work this time. We'll get him next time, guys. Yep. Take your little boring 150 yards passing with 30, 40 yards on your feet, doing it with your legs, and all those 40 yards are because picked up 5 first downs running 8 yards apiece. You know, breaking defenses with your legs on third down. Come on. There's so many. I love this game. It's a beautiful game. There's so many damn ways to win, and it doesn't mean necessarily that your quarterback has to what they were calling him yesterday, Superman. He has to be a Superman. Come on, he didn't have to be Superman. He could have been Batman. Throw a couple smoke bombs, a little deception, a couple batarangs. But they wanted Superman, and you see what happened. Superman got the ass, and he got the breaks beat off of him. And the fucked up thing is, honestly, those Bills shouldn't even have had to be in Denver. They should have had home field advantage. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I ain't saying nothing. All right, it's getting late here. I'm probably gonna get some brekkie. Mind my business. It's snowing outside. I'm gonna be all snuggled up on this. What day is it? What's the day? Is the day Friday, Saturday? It's Sunday. Oh, tomorrow we got MLK Day. You know what I mean? So that's like a day of school off. Yes. And we're going to enjoy some games today. So which means I'll be back on later because there'll probably be some more craziness. But one more time, I don't know. I feel bad. That's right. Bo Nix ankle hurt. Uh, Internets are saying that he hurt it celebrating, but that may not be what it is. So keep your eyes out on more injury reports there because we got to figure out what went on. Doctors are saying that it was injured on the field, and they are showing a specific play where it happened. Where me, to my untrained, medical eyes, didn't really see anything crazy, but they say they got receipts, and that's really the play that happened. He didn't hurt it celebrating. But that was hell of a game yesterday. Denver beating the Buffalo Bills 33-30 in overtime. Then we had the 41-6 victory of the Seahawks, just looking like a juggernaut over the San Francisco 49ers, who were obviously underdogs going in there. But when you have the opportunity to handle business, and not only do you handle business, but you do it in damn near all aspects of the game, special teams, offense, defense, then come on. Come on. You have to understand why I'm giving the Seahawks my seal of approval for going to the Super Bowl and winning it all. But I say this and I hold it's Sunday. Thanks, Kato. And I say this but because honestly, I still reserve the right to change my mind after watching these games today. So once again, I think we have New England with the Patriots versus the Houston Texans. Yep, and it looks like hold on, and then we have Chicago Bears versus the LA Rams. So we got two light skinned brothers versus some white quarterbacks. And the thing is that I'm surprised that there's the two light skinned quarterbacks are still in because they were trying to in this super. It seems like this playoff was the playoff of light skinned black quarterbacks. I'm fucking with y'all now, but I'm kind of serious too because I just noticed that like Caleb Williams, Yeah, you had Bryce Young in there. You had Jordan Love in there. Yeah, he's another light skin. And then yeah, I was like, oh my god, they got Lamar out of the way early. Patrick Mahomes, the king of the light skin quarterbacks, but he ain't in there. And then but we got Caleb. You had Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, and look, I'm all messed up. You didn't get Jalen Daniels. You didn't get him. Um, what's my man from Houston? What's his name from Houston? I can't think right now. You hear me typing and Googling real quick. CJ Stroud. Sorry, CJ Stroud. No disrespect. No disrespect, CJ Stroud. Yo, CJ Stroud without the mustache is crazy though, bro. CJ Stroud without the mustache, he looks like a young Amanda. What's her name? Amanda Diva. Yeah, he looks like Amanda Seals. CJ Stroud looks like a young Amanda Seals. All right, there's CJ Stroud. There's Amanda Seals. CJ Stroud looks like Amanda Seals. I'm just saying. I'm clowning. Good game for everybody. We'll see what happens this Sunday. That's enough of me and my stupid antics. Once again, it's Mo'3 times, talking shit, getting clicks. I'm done with the mobile. Thanks for hanging out with me in the chat today, Kato. And thanks for answering the poll, because I know it was you. And you say yes. I say yes. We'll end poll, and the poll will say, let's see. Oh, we got 100% yes. Oh man, it's a wash here. We give those quarterbacks and wide receivers them damn pass interference yards. Okay, give them, give them, because like my man's wide open. He ran his route, did his job. Quarterback did his job, put the ball there, and you're sitting here hanging on his arms, and he can't make a catch. He's supposed to be able to make, and he don't get no yards for all that. He did his job. Quarterback did his job, and they don't get nothing out of it, but some field position. Give them their yards. All right, that's enough of that. Thank you. I'm out. Peace. How do I end this thing? How do I let this go? All right. Yeah, I want to stop the